Good morning everyone. In this video, we are going to cover the current affairs. For mobile optimized ebooks, please install GKToday Academy app. You can attempt the quiz in this app and you can read detailed explanation. For regular updates, please join our Telegram channel. The link is given in the description box. We have started a new channel, Civils Academy. You can subscribe to it if you find it relevant. For hard copy books, you can visit our website gktbooks.com. Now let's start. Which country is to conduct airborne radar survey to estimate the thickness of Himalayan glaciers? This country is India. Airborne radar survey means the survey will be conducted from top. Objective is to estimate the thickness of glaciers of Himalaya. And for this purpose, a pilot project is to be conducted in Lahore Spiti Basin of Himachal Pradesh. Now first thing first, what is pilot project? It means on trial basis. After this pilot project, similar studies will be conducted in Indus, Ganga and Brahmaputra sub-basins. So this project has been proposed by NCPOR. What is NCPOR? It is National Center for Polar and Ocean Research and it is under MOES, that is Ministry of Earth Sciences. This National Center for Polar and Oceanic Research is in Goa, and this center is responsible for the administration of Indian Antarctic program. It also may monitor and maintain the Antarctic research stations. So we have two prominent Antarctic research stations. One is Bharti and second is Maitri. Next question is, as per National Accounts Statistics 2021, the private final consumption expenditure of which sector had the steepest rise? So as per NAS is National Accounts Statistics 2021, the private final consumption expenditure on health, education and restaurants recorded an increment. So this NAS is released by MOSPI, that is Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation. So as you can see, this is the website of Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation, and this is the latest publication report, National Accounts Statistics. Now as per NAS data, the private final consumption expenditure on health, education and restaurant increased by 9%. Overall, the private final consumption expenditure increased by 5.6%. Again, you need not to remember the exact figure, but you should have a fair estimation that whether it is increasing or decreasing. That means you should be aware about the trend. So in case of health, education, restaurant, this is increasing. That is, private final consumption expenditure is increasing. Overall, this is also increasing, but overall it is increasing at a slower pace. So out of these three components, highest increment is in case of health, then in case of education, and then in case of expenditure on restaurant and hotels. On the other hand, the consumption on alcohol declined. The consumption on footwear and clothes also declined. Next question is, INSA COZ consortium was in news recently. The question is, what does IN stands for in this term? So first thing first, what is INSACOZ? It is Indian SARS-CoV-2 Genomics Consortium. So it has been set up by the government of India for the surveillance of SARS-CoV-2 virus. What is the entire issue? See, this coronavirus is creating a health problem in entire country and in fact in entire world. Now the new problem is that there are different variants of this virus. So for proper surveillance, government has constituted this Indian SARS-CoV-2 Genomics Consortium, and this consortium is made up of 10 regional genome sequencing laboratories. Idea is to ensure proper monitoring and surveillance, and this is coordinated by, that means this initiative is coordinated by DBT. DBT is under Ministry of Science and Technology. Apart from DBT, other institutions are going to collaborate. These are Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, ICMR, that is Indian Council of Medical Research, and CSIR, that is Council of Scientific and Industrial Research. Next question is, Sarat Kamal, Satya, Sutirth Mukherjee, who were in news recently for qualifying for the Olympics, are the players of which sport? So these players are associated to table tennis. Recently, the Asian Olympic qualification tournament held in Doha. Doha is in Qatar, and in that 4 Indian table tennis players confirmed their seat in the Tokyo Olympics. These players are Sarat Kamal, G. Satya, Manika Batra and Sutirth Mukherjee. Now, Tokyo is the host of this year's game. Tokyo is in Japan. Recently, Japan was in news as Japan appointed Minister of Loneliness to tackle the suicide rates. Apart from that, Japan was also in news because of Yoshiro Mori. So recently, Yoshiro Mori resigned from the post of President of Tokyo Organizing Committee. Japan was also in news because of Quad. Quad is Quadrilateral Security Dialogue. Japan was also in news as former Prime Minister of Japan Shinzo Abe was honored with Padma Vibhushan award by the Government of India. Next question is, who is set to head the Government Committee for Manufacturing in High Technology Area? So this empowered committee for manufacturing in high technology area will be headed by Union Commerce Minister, and presently he is Mr. Piyush Goyal. So the objective is to improve investment and to promote manufacturing in the technology intensive sectors. Apart from that, recently government has set up 11 committees to speed up the transition of India from linear economy to circular economy. In circular economy, the objective is maximum utilization of resources. And for this purpose, the government has selected 11 focus areas to move from linear economy to circular economy. These focus areas are municipal solid waste and liquid waste, electronic waste, scrap metal, solar panels, gypsum, lithium-ion batteries, agriculture waste, toxic hazardous industrial waste, used oil waste, tire and rubber recycling, and last is end-of-life vehicle. In simplest term, the objective is to make sure that we recycle each and everything and we reutilize it so that within limited resources we can ensure more growth and development. Now, for these different focus areas, we have different concerned ministry. So this is obviously under Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs. Electronic waste is under the domain of MEITY, that is Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology. Scrap metal is under Ministry of Steel. Solar panels are under MNRE. Gypsum is under DPIIT. DPIIT is under Commerce Ministry. Lithium-ion batteries are under the domain of Niti Aayog. Agriculture waste is under Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare. Toxic hazardous industrial waste is under Department of Chemicals and Fertilizers, is under Department of Chemicals and Petrochemicals. Used oil waste is under Ministry of Petroleum and Natural Gas. Tire and rubber recycling is under DPIIT again, and end of life vehicles is under the domain of Ministry of Road Transport and Highways. So please pause the screen and take a screenshot. Examiner may ask you which of the following is your focus area, or the question may be like this, that for this focus area, which is the nodal authority. Next question is, India has entered into an agreement with which country for accelerating patent prosecution? So this country is Japan. Recently, India has entered into an agreement with Japan for allowing each other's patent offices to act as International Searching Authority and International Preliminary Examining Authority. So these two terms, ISA and IPEA, are related to patents. Recently, there was a fourth review meeting on the pilot, that means a project which was started on trial basis, and the name of project is Patent Prosecution Highway. In simplest term, the objective of this initiative is to speed up the patent filing. Now, first thing first, what is patent? Patent is exclusive right granted for an innovation. For example, you can see recently Apple got the patent for the unique iPhone case that can charge AirPods. In fact, recently Apple and Samsung were also in news because of their patent case, where both entities are claiming that the other side copied their basic features like tap to zoom. When you use your mobile while reading something, then if you double tap, then it will zoom. So even such features can be a subject of patent. Next question is, NDHM Sandbox Environment has been in news. What does H stands for in NDHM? So H stands for Health. NDHM stands for National Digital Health Mission. Recently, NDHM Sandbox was in news. So the objective of this NDHM Sandbox is to provide opportunities to those who want to create applications for the healthcare sector. So the Sandbox service of NDHM hosts the building block environment. What does that mean? It means, suppose you want to create any application for health sector. Now, with the help of this sandbox, you can test your application, and if it is found appropriate, then this can be integrated with NDHM services. So NDHM is implemented by NHA, that is National Health Authority. It is the implementation authority for Ayushman Bharat as well. Recently, National Health Authority was also in news because of Ayushman CAPF scheme. As for this, NHA collaborated with MHA, that is Ministry of Home Affairs. CAPF is Central Armed Police Force. Recently, NHA was also in news as Mr. R.S. Sharma was appointed as the next CEO of National Health Authority. Next question is, Threadit is a standalone website created by which technology company? So it has been created by Google. So this platform allows users to record and send small videos to the team members on work related issues. So this has been developed on the lines of TikTok and on the lines of Reels by Instagram. Objective is you can record small videos and you can send it to your co-workers to speed up the work process. This has been done by Google. Next question is, which organization has inaugurated 3 space incubator centers at NITs? NIT stands for National Institute of Technology. So recently ISRO, that is Indian Space Research Organization, inaugurated 3 space incubation technology centers in NIT Nagpur, Bhopal and Rourkela. ISRO has already opened 3 such centers at NIT Agartala, Trichy and Jalandhar. What is the objective of these centers? Objective is to encourage and to give a platform for space entrepreneurs in India. Now recently, ISRO was also in news as it demonstrated India's first free space quantum communication. ISRO was also in news because of NISAR. So NISAR is a collaboration of ISRO and NASA. Answer in comment box, what is the objective of this NISAR? ISRO was also in news as recently, using PSLV C51, it launched Amazonia satellite. This is a satellite of Brazil. So these were the most important questions. Now we are going to cover important news events. So first is Indian Style Wrestling Association. So recently, government recognized this Indian Style Wrestling Association as a national sports federation. Please note that the professional wrestling is played on mat, but this Indian style wrestling is played on mud. Now why it was in news? Because it has been recognized by the Government of India as National Sports Federation. Next is 36 billion. So recently RBI, that is Reserve Bank of India, reported that we received 36 billion FPI inflows. What is FPI? It is foreign portfolio investment, and this is highest since fiscal year 13. Next is PABI Anti-Terror Exercise 2021. So PABI is the name of place in Pakistan. Recently, this exercise was announced during the RATS summit. What is RATS? It is Regional Anti-Terrorist Structure. So this summit held in Tashkent and it is in Uzbekistan. RATS is a part of SCO. What is SCO? It is Shanghai Cooperation Organization. So 8 countries are the members of SCO. These are 4 Central Asian countries and then Russia, China, India, Pakistan. 4 Central Asian countries are the members of SCO except Turkmenistan. Okay, so during RAT summit, this anti-terrorist exercise was planned and this will be hosted by the Pakistan. Now so far, India has not confirmed its participation in this exercise, but as per media reports, India may participate. So this is going to be an exercise where India, China and Pakistan may participate. Now recently, SCO was also in news as Indian Embassy in Beijing recently celebrated Nowruz festival, and this festival was organized at the Secretariat of SCO. This is a Iranian and Persian New Year festival. Next is Permanent Indus Commission. So we have Indus Water Treaty to share the water of Indus River, and it is a treaty between India and Pakistan. This treaty was backed by World Bank. Why it was in news recently? Because now both countries, that means India and Pakistan, decided to organize a meeting, and this is going to be the first such meeting in last 3 years. This Indus Commission or Permanent Indus Commission is a bilateral commission, and it will have the officials from both India and Pakistan. Next is UP-FPO Shakti Portal. UP stands for Uttar Pradesh, FPO stands for Farmer Producer Organizations. So recently Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister launched this UP-FPO Shakti Portal to provide benefits to the farmers at grassroots level, and it is a part of Kisan Kalyan Mission, and it is a first of its kind portal in India. Next is Animal Husbandry Infrastructure Development Fund. So why this fund was in news? Because recently government appointed NTPL as the trustee for 750 crore rupees credit guarantee fund under this Animal Husbandry Infrastructure Development Fund. What is NPTL? It is Nab Sanrakshan Trustees Private Limited. So this is a subsidiary of NABARD. What is NABARD? NABARD is National Bank for Agriculture and Rural Development. Next is Bringing Governments and People Closer. So recently this book was released by Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu, and this book is authored by Dr. M. Ramachandran. Next is India's Power Elite. So this is a book by Sanjay Baru. Sanjay Baru was also known for his book The Accidental Prime Minister. So this Accidental Prime Minister book was based on Dr. Manmohan Singh. Next is Gandhi in Bombay. So this is a book by Usha Thakkar and Sandhya Mehta. Next is Professional Golf Tour of India. So recently Indian cricketer Kapil Dev was included as a board member of Professional Golf Tour of India. Next is INS Dhruv. So it is nuclear missile tracking vessel. As the name suggests, it is capable of tracking the nuclear missiles. So with this, India became the 5th country in the world to have such capability. Which are 4 other countries to have such capabilities? These are USA, France, Russia and China. This has been built by Hindustan Shipyard. Next is World Tuberculosis Day or TB Day. So this was on 24th of March. Theme was The Clock is Ticking. Apart from that, 21st of March was celebrated as International Day of Forest, and the theme was Forest Restoration. Next is Niti Aayog Task Force. So recently Niti Aayog constituted 2 task force. One is for enforcement of contract, and this task force is to be headed by Rajiv Kumar. Rajiv Kumar is the vice chairperson of Niti Aayog. Second task force is for effective conciliation mechanism. This task force will be headed by Amitabh Kant. Amitabh Kant is the CEO of Niti Aayog. Next is India's first government-run animal ambulance network. So like you call ambulance whenever you need, similarly for animals also, Andhra Pradesh started such service where ambulance facility will be available for the needy animals. Next is Pranit. So this is auction platform, or to be specific, e-auction platform by Power Grid. Power Grid is a PSU under Ministry of Power. Headquarters is in Gurugram. Next is Freedom Pineapple Movement. So recently China decided to ban pineapples from Taiwan, and that is why this movement came into picture. As per China, the ban has been announced on the grounds that during past consignments there were instances of pest. On the other hand, Taiwan said that this is being done on political grounds. So that is why the movement was started, and the name of movement is Freedom Pineapple Movement. And last is Pepsu Muzara Movement. So this is your homework. Please read about it. What is this movement? So these were the most important questions and news events. Thank you, and that's all for the day.